Welcome back to the channel. Tune in or go stout. These last couple days have been very annoying. If you're a subscriber of the channel, you know I make things pertaining to what's kind of happening at the time. And I had a Federal Reserve video ready to go. You know, Jerome Powell said that we're cutting rates again, saying that we might not cut rates in the future and we might turn the money printer back on, right? Regular Fed Reserve, like dystopian shit. But as I edit that video, Trump's in China.
And we're going to have a very successful meeting, I have no doubt. But he's a very tough negotiator. That's not good.
We're getting mogged by China. He comes back to America. We're starting the nukes back up. We're waging war on Nigeria. And I talked to my cousin for like 2 hours. That was probably the highlight of my week. I just had to disconnect from everything that was going on. And I talked to him and we're having a good conversation. He's, you know, in the US, but he's on the other side of the country. So we're catching up, you know, haven't talked in a minute. And then somehow the conversation goes into all of these military companies that work with quantum computing and AI and have contracts with Palantir and, you know, just regular American dystopian shit, right? Just every day, what we hear everywhere. And then he tells me about this one company. Me, I like to think I'm well informed, but these last couple of days have shown me that I have a lot to learn. And well, so I got to get in and learn, man. And I learned about this guy named Luckey. And we are the most unlucky people to live in the same timeline as this guy. You don't know the name, but you probably know what he created. He made the Oculus Rift, which was sold to Facebook. And now he has a new company. Goes by the name Anduril. And if that doesn't sound familiar, you've definitely seen the invention. He was on Joe Rogan recently. It's like a helmet glasses combo thing that gives you essentially a Call of Duty HUD around your real life vision. You can see through walls, you can track enemies, you can track bullets. It's essentially advanced warfare. If it had to be close to any Call of Duty game, it would be advanced warfare. All you would need is just a double jump, and we're living in that timeline. And I'm not naive. I understand this is a military development. He's in defense, so he's not gonna make some flowers and roses. It's probably going to be like Palantir type stuff. But why is he so happy? It shouldn't be a surprise though, because this is also the man that wants to make food out of petroleum based products and not like fresh ones. He wants to recycle sewage and make it into the same texture and taste as the food, kind of like a Beyond Meat, but with petroleum based products. Only reason he abandoned that is because he couldn't figure out how to market it to people to eat recycled petroleum. But it's okay because he's found a way to market war to everybody. And if you're on the same wavelength as I am right now, this is Israel. This is for Israel.
They all just had this lockstep narrative. Luckey is a racist misogynist, which is so funny. I'm actually a radical Zionist.
What is a radical Zionist?
I strongly believe in the right of Israel to exist as a Jewish state.
This is not for America. If it's for America, it's them using it on us. But this is the final piece. You have Palantir, you have this guy. Put those two together, you probably get something from Elon Musk too, so they can equip all the stuff onto a Tesla truck. And they invade every country from Israel. You know what I mean? There's no need for the US. The US will just be where all the data centers are. You won't have water. You'll have noise pollution. You'll have probably every other pollution. There'll be no food. The people working the soup kitchens will be the AI. And America will just turn into one big slum data center where they're pumping in water from the ocean, just trying to keep all these systems running. I know this is not positive. I apologize. Like, this is not how I want to start my upload streak back up. But if I don't say it, then I'm just probably not going to post. This world will make you feel crazy. Because if you go to X and you look at where this stuff is posted, or where Elon, you know, tweets 30,000 times a day, the people in his comment section are excited. Oh my God, yes, please give us more grok. Please ask Grok. What is Elon going to do? Ask Grok. Bro, what do you not know where we're headed? When Elon talks about it, it's so utopian. Well, no one's gonna have to work. AI is gonna be so efficient. And you know, your phone, you won't even need a phone. You'll just need your phone screen that can make whatever app for you. And we're just gonna be so ahead in the future that we won't need jobs. They'll just give you a high wage, universal basic income. And with all the uncensored grok that he's trying to have go around, where it's just being like basically a erotic creator, he's trying to be the first person to put erotic AI into a humanoid form and sell you a wife. You do not need kids. You just need a small, tiny Soviet style apartment, a humanoid robot, and like 50 credits so you can generate whatever food you need from the AI that they've given to you. Because once you've given given your life over to these tech bros, you owe them everything. They've given you the intelligence, the artificial intelligence to give you so much more power, but there'll be nothing to climb for. There's no point of a career because you're too expensive to pay. And aspirations, those are only for the rich. So they'll give you a stipend to give to them later, because the money doesn't need to flow into the economy. It needs to flow into their pockets. And that's if they don't just rug pull the economy that we have going right now. People are talking about the AI bubble and how all these things seem like they're not going to work out in the long run, but it doesn't matter if they work out. OpenAI by Sam Altman has become a company regarded as too big to fail. Once companies reach this nickname, basically, that's when they fail. And if all the Mag 7 are funneling money into each other, what happens when one company can't get their payment to the next? You will see a shockwave sent throughout the economy. And not because it's scary, but because most of the money that's flowing into this AI bubble is from private equity. People going around traditional banking systems to put even bigger investments into these companies, which usually is fine until it's not. This is a good vehicle for investors to get fast money in there, and also money that they might not have in cash. But when people start liquidating their investments and their holdings and the market has a radical shift up or down, that's when you see people have a really bad time. This is kind of what we saw when Bitcoin took a big hit and it caused all the leverage buyers to be kicked out of the market. Well, that's kind of the reality for every investment platform at the moment. Everybody is over leveraged, and mainly in about 7 stocks. That includes your retirements, that includes your 401ks. If you're investing, most likely you're tied to these stocks, and if they crash or have heavy movement, you'll be seeing that too. What we're seeing is just giving people too much control of a system, and the reason they have this control is because they are the backbone of what's going on right now. I rag on these people because you don't know what they believe. You and me may believe in a religion, something passed down to us or something that we've learned elsewhere, but you have to imagine the position some of these people are in. They have touched more money and power than any human has in any lifetime before this. Elon Musk is more powerful than an emperor. Sam Altman has the power to redirect markets in seconds, and Palantir as a company can track all your movements if they really wanted to. And that's not even mentioning Mark Zuckerberg or any of the other CEOs that are up there in power, like Jeff Bezos. What may seem like a AI war where they're going against each other is not really what it seems like. It has turned into one big circle jerk of every billionaire throwing money into the same pot, hoping something happens. But as they throw their own money at this pot, they are using your money to refill it. Many people don't understand that if this bubble popped today, would you go to a bank and get your money out? Do you think that Robinhood would let you take your profits? The system only works because you're not taking money out. The reason the Great Depression was so bad was because one person said they didn't trust the economy. That led to Black Thursday, and that just spelled the start of the end. When the whole foundation is speculation, then that's exactly what's going to be the downfall of it. I'm not saying the technologies that these people are making is not important, but I think at some point we have to ask, what are we building these for? Or I guess more selfishly ask, are they going to be used against us? As we peel back the layers of how corrupt our system has become, we see that the actions being taken are not for the betterment of us, but for the advancement of the neocon and neoliberal agenda that has been plaguing our country for decades. And I think if we ask more questions, we'd be able to call out this BS. Because from Palmer Luckey's inventions to Palantir's inventions, Elon Musk's influence and call to be more extreme and radical, they're trying to turn you into a stormtrooper, somebody who works for the empire and will do whatever necessary is asked upon them. But what do I know? Just an unemployed guy playing Call of Duty. I know this is a very deep topic and we could go deeper into it, and we will in the future, but I just had to get my thoughts out right now. Uploads will continue like normal. There'll be more structure than this, I promise. But let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. I do read all the comments. Do you think these tech bros need to be calmed down a little bit, or they don't have enough power? If you haven't already, like and subscribe to join the thread. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
Transmission complete. Signal terminating. This is Ghost Thread, signing off.